Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so the Tanabata live stream happened. I did a live watch-along thing, which was plagued by audio issues in the later half. Apparently my microphone just completely stopped working, and I didn't realise because everything looked fine on my end. But for those of you who did watch it, you obviously know what's happened. We're going to break down some of the only new information that we got, because for somebody watching this video, if you did not catch the live stream, you really didn't miss much. They obviously showed off the new Goku, his animations, they showed his kit, then Amatsu, the producer for JP, played through the new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage that is coming out as part of the celebration using the new Goku. So I did actually think that was kind of a cool idea, that he used the new unit in an event. The only problem is, obviously, as we talked about, people have been talking about on Twitter and stuff like that, they put Goku and Baby and some of these details in the data download. So we've known about Goku and his animations and stuff since yesterday. So unfortunately, it just didn't hit the same, right? Like if they had kept that out of the data download and actually shown him off for the very first time on the stream, that would actually genuinely have been super, super exciting. Like, because obviously, you know, Goku is very cool. He's very hyped. The animations are good. Like, if we were seeing it for the very first time on that live stream and we were getting to see him get used in an event and stuff like that, I feel like that could have actually been super, super hype. But unfortunately, it was, you know, all stuff that we've already seen. And if you're somebody who really did want to see what Goku looked like in the game, you've probably checked out one of the private server videos already, because, I mean, I've done them, all the usual suspects have done them, like Truth Dokkan World, Minato I think did one as well. Like, if you wanted to see him in-game, you could have already seen that. So, here's the important stuff that we got from the live stream. Now, the banner did drop pretty much like right after the live stream finished. So if you are a JP player, like, and you're watching this video now, maybe you haven't logged in today yet, you can log in right now and the banner will be live. This was the image that they showed. The banner does have the gammas on it, which is pretty crazy, because for global players out there, a lot of people have been talking about skipping the anniversary to focus on worldwide, and then this Goku when he comes out in November. And one of the big draws that the anniversary banners had was that they were going to be the very first return of the gammas. But now that we know the gammas are returning on a banner that people are already contemplating skipping the anniversary for, that just gives those people even more reason to want to skip the anniversary, right? Because if you're going to skip anniversary because you want to go crazy summoning for this guy, the gammas are going to be on his banner. And then obviously Vegeta and Trunks return. There's the new side banner unit, Baby. Because the banner is up on JP, we do know the rest of the banner lineup already, which is the Tech Pan, Tech Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then it has the Blue Boys as well, the LR from the previous Tanabata a couple of years back, the Kaioken Blue Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta. So the banner, not the best out of these units on the image. Like the units on the image here and then Pan are kind of like the main ones, right? And then the others are just a little bit older. But considering how bad the Vegeta and Trunks banner was the year before, the banner definitely is pretty good. Now, the only other bit of new information that we got, which is pretty cool, is they showed off this, right? This is all of the units that are going to EZA during the Tanabata celebration. The top row we already knew about, right? Beerus was in the data download, so there's already been showcases of his EZA. This Vegeta and the God Goku was shown in the news update that came out on JP yesterday. So if you logged into your JP yesterday, you'll have actually seen this in the news, right? Because they said that an extra stage was being added to the GT Extreme Z area, and that image had this Vegeta on the artwork, so obviously making it very clear that he was the unit that was getting an EZA. And then this God Goku was announced as well, which obviously he's a unit that's already out on Global, finally getting his EZA on JP. But this bottom row, this is all new. So this Goku, this GT Cell, GT Frieza, and then they confirmed what we were all hoping for, which is the EZA for the LR Super Baby 2. So if we take a look at these units, so here we have this Goku. I talked about him in the video I made about who could EZA during this celebration. This guy awakened with the medals. He was the side banner unit for the original Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So obviously him coming out in this celebration does make perfect sense, right, with a new Full Power Goku. he's like a pretty blank slate, right? Like, they could do anything with this guy. He does immense damage and greatly lowers defense. He gets attack 120 and defense 30 when performing a super, and then key 3 against one enemy, and that's it. So obviously they want to give him a decent amount of start of turn attack and defense, and then he's getting a little bit extra when performing a super. Give him something on super as well. Like, he could be decent. He's going to share a lot of links with this new Goku as well. So I mean, he could be good for the team. It'll be good for Pan as well, has all in the family, like she needs a GT Goku, like he definitely could be good. I think the only problem is with some of these EZAs, if they don't make him like a support unit, is he really going to be good enough to be like a main rotation? Like if he's just a damage dealer, like is he really going to earn a spot on the team? I guess that remains to be seen, but like his EZA could be pretty decent. Looking forward to seeing what he does. And then of course we have the LR Super Baby 2. Now, another thing they did confirm, I'm going to talk about this in a bit more detail at the end, but they did confirm that the Part 2 banner is going to be a carnival, because they said, they didn't show any images or anything, but they just said it was going to be double rates. Now, we still assume that it's going to be a baby, right? They made a base baby, the side banner unit for Goku. Super Baby 2 brackets Giant Ape is getting an EZA. So make the LR just Super Baby 2. It could even be Super Baby 1 or Baby Vegeta for all we know. But as long as it is baby related, then obviously with this EZA and the new side banner unit, there's going to be quite a lot of good options for that Part 2 LR. To get these good link partners. Now, this guy does have a lot of potential, right? He's an artificial life forms leader or extreme AGL. He lowers attack on both of his supers, but he doesn't have any other like super attack effect. So hopefully they give him some kind of like raised defense or something like that, especially on the 12 key, because then obviously if you get additionals, you can get extra defense. And then he just has start of turn attack and defense, and then gets extra key and extra attack if there's a pure Saiyan enemy, and extra key and extra attack if there's a hybrid Saiyan enemy. So ideally what they need to do is make that attack and defense, like the 3 key is fine. Obviously give him a little bit more attack and defense start of turn as well. And then yeah, with a super attack effect on top of that, then we could definitely see something good. That is still, I think, very basic though. It would be nice if they threw something in like just any kind of other tech, whether it's damage reduction, dodge, guard, like something like that, right, would be nice. Because just raw stats, especially when you consider there's not a lot of events where you're going to be fighting a pure or hybrid Saiyan, and there's very few where you're fighting both at the same time, just giving him extra buffs from those conditions, I don't think is going to be enough to make him really good, right? So definitely could be interesting though, looking forward to it. And then of course he can transform into the Giant Ape. He already has the additional 1 key per key sphere obtained, which is pretty good. Imagine if they just made that like 2 key. Could be pretty nice. And then maybe he greatly raises attack for 1 turn on his 18 key. Maybe give him just like normal raise attack for 1 turn on the 12 key. So if he does get an additional while he's in the Great Ape form, then that additional can do some decent damage as well. But yeah, he's definitely looking like he could be pretty interesting. Now, these two, I think, are really interesting to me, because these guys are either going to be terrible, or they're going to have to like do something to make them really interesting, right? Because GT Frieza and GT Cell, they were designed to work together. So Frieza can stun, and then he gets extra attack and is effective against all types when the enemy is sealed. And Cell can seal and gets extra attack and effective against all types if the enemy is stunned. So they're designed to be used together, but the problem is, kind of like the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s from the Heroes Celebration last year, they're designed to run together, but neither of them is like a really, really good slot 1 unit. So they really have their work cut out for them, because the other thing as well, this whole extra part of their passive, and their only other super attack effect, because they don't raise attack or defense or anything like that, is all about stunning and sealing, which you can't do against the most difficult fights in the game. So like, even if they bumped up all of these stats, like imagine if this was attack and defense 180, and then an additional attack and defense 180, and attacks effective against all types when the enemy is sealed. There's still a multitude of hard events in the game where you're just never going to be able to get that, because you can't seal or stun the enemies outside of like the first phase against some of them, right? So I really do think with these two, they absolutely have their work cut out for them to make these guys actually even remotely good. Because yeah, just looking at the way their base kit works at the moment, like they're just not going to be good if all they do is tune up the numbers that they already have, because sealing and stunning has become so almost irrelevant outside of like Super Battle Road. So one thing I do think they could do, which would make these guys really good, is just make them both GT bosses support units. Like obviously buff their stats and everything as well, but give them like GT bosses allies 40% attack and defense or something. And then maybe that means they would actually be worth running on the team, because otherwise I don't really see what they can do with them to make them like super crazy good. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? And then the only other thing, like I said, is I'll show this tweet here from Minato. Part 2 is going to be a double rates banner. I did ask about it, as you can see here, because I didn't see any image come up at the end of the stream. But yeah, it was Amatsu said that Part 2 is going to be a double rates banner. And obviously the way they do double rates now is they are always carnival banners. Now, technically, it could be a normal carnival banner, but I think since they introduced the carnival coins and actual carnival exclusive LRs, I don't think they've done a normal double rates carnival that actually had a new LR. They did the one for, obviously, I think when it came out on JP, it was still yellow coin, but the one for global where they had Farsha and Chilai, and that was like a normal dragon carnival, although it did have carnival coins, but that didn't have a new LR. Whereas obviously this Part 2 Carnival banner is going to have a new LR. And as I already talked about in the video I made the other day about Carnivals, we need there to be a new standalone Carnival exclusive LR, so that then on that banner the STR Carnival Goku can return. So Part 2 is probably going to be a Carnival LR, probably going to be Baby, but obviously we know how Dokkan has been lately with some of their decision making, so we really can't say for sure who it's going to be. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section of who you would like to see. But yeah, I think it probably will just be Super Baby 2, maybe Baby Vegeta or Super Baby 1, I don't know. But let me know your thoughts down below. Overall, like I say, the live stream, very disappointing considering what they did with the data download. Like I made this tweet like after the end of the stream. Like, as I said at the very beginning of the video, if we had no idea what was coming because they hadn't posted anything on Twitter, imagine how crazy it would have been. We all sat and watched the stream, they showed the card, they used him in an event, then when the stream ended, that's when they posted the animations and the card details on Twitter, and then the banner came out literally like 20 odd minutes after the stream had finished. Like, people would be going absolutely insane if they'd done it like that. So it is a real shame. Like, I really wish they had kept it behind. I mean, obviously, I got to make some videos out of it beforehand, which was cool. But, like, I do really wish they had kept this back, like, for just revealing it on stream. And that would have been so crazy. But let me know all your thoughts down below. If you're a JP player, I hope you got good luck. If you've logged in straight away, you've probably already even summoned by the time you see this video. If you haven't logged in yet, I hope you do get good luck. And obviously for Global, this is going to come out in November. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.